Another Dr. Bombay production. More hit for the street.
Y'all know who it is. Y'all know who it is. Y'all gonna stop playing with me.
Give it to me.
I gotta say what's up to D-Rail and the conscious clientele. Put the sector on the map, put the sector on his back. Now we got it poppin', we unlock, we drop it. 12K on Robbie and couldn't get a pussy poppin'. It's B-Code, fam, HQ. From Arizona to Baltimore, what it do? Bombay, nigga, you got the juice now, for real. I picked the lemon off the tree, now I'm selling juice for real. Where's the porterhouse? Let's get the beef on the grill. People told me to chill until they witnessed the skills. It's binary. And yes, I started this troll shit. Wesley TG, y'all remember the classics, binary. Bitch, I'm way above average, got a doctorate and it felt like practice. It's binary, this game is way too easy for me. I manufacture beef just to get through my week, it's binary.
I know you've seen better days, they think about running away. Wanna go back to yesterday, but these four MCs gonna show you the way. Stand your ass up, don't run and hide, or lay down like you're dead inside. You're in the groove now, show you right. So roll your spliff, settle in for the night. I know you've seen better days, they think about running away. Wanna go back to yesterday, but these four MCs gonna show you the way. Stand your ass up, don't run and hide, or lay down like you're dead inside. You're in the groove now, show you right. So roll your spliff, settle in for the night.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. What is up, you Bye. It's your boy Binary back at you with another live video. Hey. Oh man, not part 3 of 3 in our series. This is our series called Get Out. Get Out. Hold on. Sorry if there was a slight echo. Had some multiple devices going on. You know what I'm saying? Part 3 of our series, Get Out. And it is the psychological look of a single Black female addicted to retail. No, just kidding. Of a single Black mother that enables her son to do whatever the hell he wants until she reaches the mother effing boiling point and her nose starts to bleed. And if you've seen the movie Get Out, you know the significance of a nosebleed. The nosebleed is representative of the consciousness of Black folks starting to awake and see the oppression of white folk. And the reason why I'm using this here lady as the thumbnail to the series is because I believe enabling single Black mothers have these ideals in their head that have been given to them by society, and they think they have to be a certain type of way, especially if they are riddled with guilt. Right. And so that's why I chose this, because I don't think that Lemon's mother is using her own mind while dealing with Lemon until Get Out. Until Get Out. Her nose started to bleed just a little bit and she had clarity of thought. And so we are going to jump into that portion of our series. It should be really good. R.I.P. to Sharika Chicago. R.I.P. I know her hubby has reached out to me publicly, which is strange, but has reached out to me publicly. I think he's upset with me, but that's okay. I understand. I mean, this is grieving. I can't even imagine or begin to imagine what he's going through. Shout out to one of my number one mods, Girl by the Mystic. It's so good to see you, friend. What up to CE? I see you in the chat. DB's Nation. What up, CJ? CJ is a Codification Squad member, participant. I don't know what the hell to call it, but shout out to CJ. Rhonda, I see you. Unbothered for real. Unbothered for real. Hey, we here. I hate y'all is here. We know who that be. We know who that be. Truthfully Honest Chick, a member for 5 whole months. Finally catching up. Hey, it's so good to see you, THC. It's so good to see 95%. 95% THC up in this bitch. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Ava, I see you. Cosmic Girl, we here. Rasta baby. Rasta baby. So good to see you, friend. Hey, we up in here. When the Rennie's in the system, ain't no telling will I or will I diss them? That's what they be yelling. I'm a pimp by blood, not relation. Y'all be chasing. I replace them. Hey, how well can a series go when I'm on that Kirkland? I don't know, but we finna find out. Being nosy is here talking about good morning. Not being nosy talking about good morning. Good morning, y'all. What you doing? Oh, just being nosy. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. I'm here. Oh, yes. You finally started going to bed early again. What up, Beans? It's my friend right there. Grand Rising, my squinty-eyed friend. Grand Rising, Beans and Cornbread. Beans and Cornbread. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. All right, so let's just go ahead and take a trip down memory lane, right? We started out this season, this Get Out season. Oh my God. We started out this Get Out series by going all the way back to psychological trauma of the child, right? So there were early signs of trauma for Black boys, right? And so we went, early signs of trauma for Black boys whose single mother enabled them, right? Unbeknownst to her, filling this boy up with nothing but obstacles pretty much for the rest of his life, right? We got into the emotional behavioral signs, right? We got into that. We also got into what? The physical signs, but it's just their nature, but it was the physical signs. It's hard for white society to quite figure out the energy of Black boys. Ain't that crazy? I mean, school systems are still trying to understand the energy of Black boys. And I'm going to tell you guys the honest to God truth. If majority of these school systems could figure out that type of energy, bottle that shit up, their school would be 100% better. But because they keep trying to do the opposite and get that particular energy out of them, now we have kiddos with ADHD and we have kiddos with emotional disabilities, ED, and we have a lot of Black boys in special education. I mean, it is what it is, and that's where we're at in this day and age, unfortunately. Unfortunately, that's where we're at in this day and age. Another thing was trauma that has been related to what? Systemic oppression. Systematic oppression that can really, really hurt young Black boys. There's no lane for their real expression. So imagine going home, being able to pretty much do whatever the hell it is that you want to do because you don't have the positive male role models, or what's most needed for a young Black boy is his actual father, right? His biological father, especially if his biological father is a good standing citizen or a good father, you know what I mean? And he's not one of those ain't shit Negroes. Like, we understand why some women, are raising young boys by themselves because their fathers ain't shit. And if their fathers were around, they would cause more destruction than good. So we understand that. However, what we can't allow to happen is for those single Black females be enablers, thus raising the most brattiest kids on the planet. But it's still not their fault. I'm just saying, it's not their fault. It's not their fault. We need a family dynamic. I'm not saying that Black folks need to be out here and be married and do this and do that. If you don't want to be married, you don't want to be married. But we have to have healthy relationships while raising our children. I mean, that just makes sense, right? That just makes sense. It has to make sense. And then we move to part 2 in our series, right, and where we did a deep dive into the mother, the enabler that is trying to raise a young adult, right, that has raised the child and now trying to deal with this young adult that she has enabled, and now she's suffering from the consequences thereof. So now it's a lot of trauma through suppression of so many emotions, and some of those emotions are led by clear misunderstandings of how the world in our society truly works. If a young man is growing up in hip hop culture alone, good night, we could be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And we have a lot of that going on. Forgive me. You guys know that I am drinking a tall, refreshing glass of country, whatever it's called, country something pink lemonade in mixed with my coffee. Hold on. Let me get some lemonade. Hold on. Drinking some pink lemonade, not regular lemonade. It's pink lemonade. Shout out to BBQ. Shout out to Glitter Boots and his advice and guidance. So pink lemonade. Shout out to BBQ mixed with my coffee. So let me get some coffee. Hold on. I know it sounds gross, but this is how I fight an addiction because I am addicted to caffeine. Don't forget that I'm addicted to caffeine. So yes, we are dealing with the young adult, right? That was part two, the young adult, and the impact of enabling this person to do whatever it is he wants to do, which hinders his personal development. His personal development. Which one was that? Ooh. Oh damn! All these mother effing thumbnails. Oh yeah, here we go. Hindering his personal development. You see, his personal development is impacted, right? His personal development is impacted. What else? The effects on his relationships. You know, when you have an enabling mother, single mother, you know, there could be effects on the relationship as well. Oh man, look at Unbothered for Real coming through blessing. Came through blessing. Came through blessing. Came through blessing. Look at Unbothered for Real. You're enlightening us with this content. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You know, I'm just trying to do what I do. Unbothered for Real, I'm just trying to do what I do. You know, and I couldn't do it without y'all. I couldn't do it without y'all. Y'all allow me to do this. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this series for real. Queen Me Atlanta, I see you, friend. Good to see you, Black Pearl. I see you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. We finna get into this. We finna get into this. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Yeah. So fragile relationships, right? We're seeing a lot of this now. A reason why a lot of folks are digging this content is because they are able to put two and two together, and they are able to make connections to Lemon and his mother without bashing Lemon, right? I think Lemon got upset with my commentary yesterday because I swear psychologically he can't see that I'm not trashing him. He sees that we're in the B sector. He sees that we're on YouTube, and he sees that I'm talking about him, right? And like his name is coming out of my mouth. So psychologically, he can't fathom the thought that this is help. There's just no way. He can't see it. He can't see it. But a lot of us can see it. A lot of us can see, okay, maybe this isn't help. Even though if he would just slow down and really listen, he would see that this is helping him. But maybe this series may not help him, but it's going to help a shit ton of people if they just catch wind of it. Because I mean, how many black boys that grew up in single mother homes need to hear that how it's not really their fault that they have like psychological types of issues, and it's being played out publicly, and so we can observe and we can see and we can speak on it. You know what I mean? There's so many, right? So many. So I'm not even, I ain't even tripping. What up, Donna? Good to see you, friend. Really good to see you. What else is there? The unique experience of a black man being raised by a single mother that enables him to do pretty much whatever he wants in a society that really doesn't give a damn about him. Right? How it normally works out. You know what I mean? A unique experience. Fatherless in America. How does it normally work out for young black boys who are fatherless in America that have this unique experience? Sometimes they feel entitled and they think that the Constitution applies to them, like they have the same rights as all the white Americans, which is just not the case. If you are black in America, whether you come from a two-parent home, single father home, single mother home, it does not matter. The world, or America, excuse me, America is not fair to you or me or us. It does not matter if you are black. Now, if you are of African descent, okay, you might have a slight edge. Although society would tell you you don't, trust me, you do. The ultimate despising of blacks is pretty much for African Americans. And the reason why is because to white folks, we are a stain to their pristine legacy. We are a reminder of just how evil they can be. You know what I mean? And so they want to, get rid of one, our history, and two, our language, and three, our entire identity. They want us to melt into this melting pot and just be Americans or African Americans or Black Americans or Negroes or whatever. All I know is they are ashamed of what they did, unapologetically ashamed of what they did, but they don't care because they still reap the benefits. Now, I'm not bashing all white folks. I'm just calling it like I see it. We are living in a system that oppresses automatically. There's not shit you can do. It's just the way the cards have been dealt. It's just the way the system is. And so here we are. Now, you couple that with an enabling single black female, an enabling single black mother that enables her son to do whatever the hell he wants. That's why there's crash outs. That's why there's a shit ton of YNs. That's why. All right. And so we are going to do a deep dive into Get Out. Lemon's mother has finally had enough, and she said, get out. Get out. Her nose had to have started to bleed. She fought through the consciousness that society has placed on her as a single black mother enabling her son. She has broken through that, and she said, get out. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look into the psychological effects of a single mother taking the necessary steps to kick her black adult male child out of the house. Did y'all catch all the juxtapositions in that statement? We're going to look at the psychological effects of a single mother kicking her black adult male child out of the house. That is going to be our study for the day, and that is going to be our wrap up to the series, right? She's at a loss. What do I do? He has to get out. Sometimes it's crazy because sometimes when mothers get pushed to that boiling point, they get to that place where they're like, I will figure it out. Because in this particular situation that we are doing a deep dive into, I'm pretty sure that the mother in the situation has begun to lean on slight financial contributions. Now, we don't know how she is being compensated for her adult male son staying at her house, whether he is paying bills or whether he is receiving a check, whether he contributes in those types of ways. We don't know, but we do know that he does contribute. It has been discovered that he has probably had a roommate, and then things happened to where he had to move out of that situation and back to his mother. When he moved back to his mother, he realized that his bills weren't as much. Can you imagine? I mean, think of yourself right now. Just think of yourself right now, especially if you are an early nester, right? Like the kids have done dipped, you know what I mean? And you have the nest all to yourself, just you and your hubby. And then let's just say you have a mortgage or you pay rent or whatever. And let's just say out of nowhere, your parents were like, yeah, we're going to give you like a whole half a side of a house. Y'all come stay with us. Your bills start to change. If you have a drastic decrease in bills, which automatically increases your income, you start to live a different type of life. Even if you're trying to maintain the same lifestyle, all of those zeros in your bank account just does something to your psyche. And so you start to live a different life. And you can get so comfortable living that different life that you forget who afforded you the opportunity to live that life. And you start taking those people for granted, the ones that afforded you that opportunity. And I think that's what's going on right now. Lemon could be taking his mom for granted. And instead of overly blessing her for opening up her doors for him to be able to do the things that he does, Taylor Point. clear water. What's it called? Cut water. I don't know what the hell it's called. Vodka, late nights, hot phones, screaming, yelling, shit, piss everywhere. You know what I mean? Cops being called. You know, screaming at all hours of the night. God damn. Crazy. Oh, look at Yvonne A. Shout out to Yvonne A. Thank you so much. Good morning. Yes, please, guys, hit the like button. Oh, and probably because he's a drunkard. I don't know. Sweet one, what's good? What's good? Scorpio thoughts. Look at the folk. Look at the folk up in here. It's so good to see the peoples, man. Y'all know what I'm saying? Thank y'all so much. And thank you for the contribution. Thank you for the coin. Thank you for the moolah. I don't know how I feel. Let's just shift gears for 2 seconds. I don't know how I feel about the extra commentary on top of the RIP Sharika Chicago commentary. Really quick. It is still commentary when you're talking about your disgust of the commentary. I am so fed up of this and that and this about Sharika and that about Sharika, right? That is still commentary. When you spend over an hour and some change talking about how you can't believe how people are treating this situation, you are providing commentary on the situation. I mean, come on now. I didn't get too much backlash for the video that just fell into my lap. I didn't know that shit was coming, so I didn't get too much backlash. But when I was doing some replays, you know what I mean? Replay gang. When I was doing replay gang, I heard on a lot of different panels people upset that people are talking about the situation and monetizing this and doing that and doing that and doing this. I'm telling you, your disdain for what people are saying is still adding commentary. Just saying. I mean, just food for thought. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into our series. What we're going to do is we are going to watch as Lemon's mom's nose starts to bleed. Don't forget, in the movie Get Out, whenever the black folks' nose would bleed, that's because the black people's actual conscience is fighting through whatever drugs or whatever infusion happened or whatever chemical imbalance caused and whatever soul snatching things to put inside other people's bodies that the white folks was doing. Their conscience, the black folks' conscience was so strong that eventually it could break through for a few seconds. Okay, and I think that's what we experienced. When Lemon's mom said, get out. All right, so we're probably going to watch this video that I have maybe 3 times throughout this series, okay? Maybe 3 times throughout this series. Let me see. Here we go. All right, here we go. Enjoy the vidya. Enjoy the vidya. It took me about 2 minutes to edit this thing, if that. You know, my editing skills are getting better and betterer, right, Shakim? Better and betterer. Took me about 2 minutes to do this, and it's a 2-minute and 36-second video, right? So that tells you something right there about my skills. Just kidding. It didn't take nothing to do this. Here we go. Enjoy.
Get out. Get out. I'm ready today, nigga. You fucking flip-flopping ass bitch. Shut the fuck up, because you can't fuck with me, little nigga. Get out. Shut the fuck up when I'm speaking. Respect the kid when you see him. Respect. What? Shut the king when you see him, bitch.
What happened there? Let's do this again.
Get out. I'm ready today, nigga. You fucking flip-flopping ass bitch. Shut the fuck up, because you can't fuck with me, little nigga. Get out. Shut the fuck up when I'm speaking. Respect the kid when you see him. Respect. What? Shut the king when you see him, bitch. Get out. I didn't stutter like you. I didn't stutter like you. I didn't stutter like you. I know what the fuck coming out my brain to my mouth. It's articulate that sentence, pussy nigga. You ain't fucking with me on your best day, little nigga. You better get some motherfucking business. You want to be counting so bad. You get move past Discord. Audience, how do you move past Discord? We ain't talking about man in a month of Sundays. We ain't talking about man in a month of Sundays. People keep putting my name in titles. People keep talking about me. People keep mentioning me. Didn't nobody mention Man. We've been stopped talking about Man. We've been stopped talking about you. Stupid looking nigga. Invader Jim looking ass nigga. I'm trying to figure out what you better go find a Blues Clues. You better go find a Blues Clues. Stupid nigga. Shut the fuck up. Get out. Get out.
Ghetto. Lemon, when did I use the term support? I'm saying you my man, so I gotta pull your coattail when it comes to man law. When did I use the term support? Like,
Ghetto. I'm not going on that. I'm not. Go ahead.
You use the term support. I never said the term support.
You said, now we could ponder replay.
I said I can't let my man. I said nothing about no support. I said I can't let my man look like a hater for no reason. Stay out of that. That's all I said.
But Ghetto, once again, I am allowed to give my opinion if something takes place on my channel.
Are you not putting 2 and 2 together, bro?
Get out. Get out. Get out.
Go on mute. So I'm going to tell you exactly who said it. Baddest Weave hit the link and she was talking about, oh, D-Ham was at Envy's. He was begging for money. He only hit Lemon channel for money and da-da-da-da-da. It was Baddest Weave who said the comment about D-Ham show. Got the timestamp and I went there and I listened to it for myself.
In my defense, can I say that I didn't go on Envy's panel to ask for anything? I was actually thanking him. And on your channel, I was called up and that's why I'm here.
Who is that making that nasty?
Yeah.
Get out.
Okay. And so you guys can see with all that drama, let me tell you guys how I crafted this video. This video was crafted very strategically, and let me tell you why I did it this way. So I went to Lemon's live streams, and what I did was I scrolled up, right? I used my finger and I scrolled up, and then I stopped the scroll. And when I stopped the scroll, I clicked on the live stream, and then I would roll over, and the first time I seen Lemon's thing, you know, I would clip it and I'd get a couple of seconds. And then, you know, I'd get out of there and I would scroll again and click it, scroll again and click it. Pretty much showing you guys that even doing random ass shit like that, you can capture easily the toxicity of his channel. Now, if you were a single mother that works your ass off, and you already have raised your son, and your son has his ass was out of the house, and then he comes back to the house and he is making a shit ton of money and barely contributing to what's going on, and you had to hear every single night you had to hear what we just heard. Insert live stream, insert panelists, insert Lemon screaming every single night. Eventually, you are going to tell him to what? Get out. Eventually, you are going to tell him to get out. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. Whatever he was talking about, I think he might have been talking about his brother or something. I don't know. But his mom eventually got sick of it and told him to get out. Now, don't forget, Lemon did come to my platform and he cammed up and showed that he was laying on his bed. Okay, so your mom had a breakthrough in consciousness. And if you've seen the movie Get Out, just because a person has a breakthrough in consciousness doesn't mean that they are completely aware and alert. They have to be completely free and eradicated from that oppressive system that has been placed on their psyche. Mental warfare is way more stressful than physical warfare. Physical warfare has breaks. Y'all know that, right? Even when you're going to war, there are breaks. There are rules of engagement. Mental warfare, there are no breaks, right? And so if you do just so happen to have a nosebleed and your conscious creeps to the surface, you know what I mean? And you have clarity for 2 seconds, you're going to say things like, get out. So I'm saying all that to say this. Lemon more than likely begged his mom to stay, or was like, Mom, you tripping, or like, Mom, I promise you I'm going to calm down. Mom, you know this is me. You know this is how I do, but I'm getting better, Mom. You know I'm getting better. Like, he probably did a lot of begging and pleading. And then the mom's psyche went back to the oppressive nature of this is my son instead of this is my grown ass adult black male child son. Instead of all that, it went back to, oh, that's my little baby whose father's not around, who has not had positive role models, who's been through a lot of trauma. And then she started the enabling stuff once again. But I'm telling you right now, if he doesn't start contributing on a larger scale to her living conditions, when that clarity of consciousness really kicks in, he is going to be up shit's creek when she really means get out. Okay, when she really means get out. All right, okay, let's jump into the actual factual commentary. Don't forget, I am sipping on a tall glass of pink lemonade because I am trying my hardest to balance my caffeine addiction, right? And this pink lemonade is actually really refreshing. It's really good, but I sip on that. Give me a second. I sip on that. That's good. See, I sip on that, and then unfortunately, I do sip on coffee right after. Hold on. Half a cup. It's not my usual big ass cup. So half a cup for me is probably a real cup for most people. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Remember, Lemon's mom is at a loss, right? She is at a loss, and we are dealing with the psychological effects of a single mother kicking her black adult male child out of the house. That's what we are dealing with. You see, a black adult son kicked out by his single mother experiences profound psychological harm. A black adult son kicked out by his single mother that has been enabling him pretty much his entire life experiences profound psychological harm, including feelings of abandonment. And the reason why it's feelings of abandonment, and we'll get into it a little bit deeper, but I think one of the reasons why is because for so long, that kiddo was able to get away with murder, leading into young adulthood, into adulthood, right? And so when the mom has finally had enough, her nose bleeds, she says, get out, feelings of abandonment happens. There's shame, there's guilt, there's potential mental health issues like anxiety, depression, suicidal ideations, along with developmental setbacks. Like there's so many things that can be coupled with a black adult son getting kicked out. Because think of the position in life you have to be in if you can get kicked out of the house as an adult. What psychological effects will that have as an adult? As an adult, let's just think of Maslow's hierarchy of needs for 2 seconds. The bottom tier of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, shelter, is part of it. You know what? Let me look it up. Let me not go off memory. Let me look it up real quick. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Let's go ahead and check out the pyramid. I could be wrong. It could be the second tier. So I would just, I want to give y'all the facts. You know what I'm saying? The facts. Nah, I mean. All right. So let's go here. This might work. Let's go ahead. Oh, yeah. Physiological needs. That's the bottom tier. Air. Listen to this. According to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, Negro, in order to live, your ass needs air. You need air, Negro. Water. You want to live? You need water. Food. Like you would think that these are the basic things, but look, this is all bottom tier. Listen to this. In order to live, Maslow was so what's the word? Meticulous with his list. The Negro put air in the same tier as air. He put water. Those are things subconsciously that we partake in that we don't even realize. Yeah, we drink water. We're thirsty. That's what's keeping us alive. Damn it. It's not just because your ass is thirsty. Are you breathing right now in and out? I mean, at the end of that clip that I showed, homegirl was breathing her ass off in and out. Are you breathing in and out? That's air, damn it. You need air to live. You can fast, but you can't fast your entire life. You need food. You need sustenance. You need something in your system to give you the energy needed to live. Maslow put shelter in the same vein as air, water, and food. In order to live, your ass needs shelter. So imagine being a grown ass man and you have not solidified the bottom tier of needs just to thrive as a human, the bottom tier. And don't forget, the top tier of Maslow's hierarchy of needs is self-actualization. So you're going to need all of those tiers. I might even do a study on that. I might even do a video on that of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You're going to need, maybe tomorrow, you're going to need all of those tiers to reach self-actualization. Now, a lot of people, they fall into the occult practice of fake it till you make it, because eventually you're not going to have to fake it no more. Right? That is actually an occult principle. Fake it till you mother effing make it. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that was the type of brainwashing they were trying to give me when I was studying the occult. Like, really, just go about my day as if I have it when I don't. And they said eventually your real life will match your attitude. Nah. See, when I grind, I look toe up. because I'm on the mother effing grind. When you go to the gym, if you're not trying to look all cute and all that bullshit and you're putting in that work, you look funky in a way. You know what I mean? Because you sweating your ass, you putting in work and you don't give a damn how you look because you know what the end results is going to be. So when they told me that one of the key principles was to fake it till you make it because it does something to your psychology, your psyche, your mind, your mental, I was like, I just can't do that. I can't do it. Because whenever I'm grinding, I look crazy. Like even right now, I bet you the people at my job can't stand my black ass because they're looking like they keep their fades up. You know what I mean? They keep their clothes popping. They keep everything. And here I am. I'm coming in that bitch looking raggedy. I know some of y'all probably think, oh man, Binary be going to his job because of his position wearing suits and wearing this. Nah, my boots are on the mother effing ground. Like I'm in the game. I'm not. Look, I could easily have taken this position and stood back and been what's it called? What's it called when you hover over shit? Transcendent. I could have been transcendent above all the shit and start being a dictator. No, I am a do as you see. And look at my black ass. I'm doing the work that you should be doing, and I'm doing it damn good. So if I can do it, you can do it type shit. That's just me. That's just me. But yeah, back to it. Sorry, I went on that little tangent. You know what I mean? I went off course a little bit. But hey, you just get a little bit frustrated when Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the bottom tier shelter is there, and when you're 35 years old and you don't have control over shelter, when somebody can kick you out. Now we do know that there are circumstances where that takes place where the woman or the daughter or the son living with their parents, but they still have a form of control. Look, if my adult children decided they wanted to come back home and live with me, and if they were like, we taking care of half of the mortgage and we're taking care of half of it, like as if like they're really contributing, okay, I'm not gonna say shit. But if they come back and I open up my doors and they are just like living their best life all up in front of me and I'm paying all the mother effing bills or majority of the mother effing bills, I am going to look at them a certain type of way. They are not controlling their shelter. I'm controlling their shelter. You know what I mean? So there's that. All right, so there's that. Sorry I went off on that little tangent. Let's get back into the series, right? Let's get back into the series. So, like I said, a black adult son, when he gets kicked out by his mother, he's going to feel abandoned, shame, guilt, potential mental health, anxiety, depression, suicidal ideations, along with developmental setbacks. See, while the act itself is harmful, the outcome is complex. You see, Lemon's mom could probably have a more productive son if she would have stuck with the get out notion. That would have forced Lemon to pretty much man up, grow up. Imagine Lemon being out, thrown out, walking around the neighborhood with Creed. Eventually his ass is going to have to figure something out. But we have to think about the real dynamics because throwing your kid out is tough. I already know it has to be tough. So we got to think about the family history, the history of the relationships, the circumstances of the actual removal. We know these circumstances. Mom is just probably tired. We got to consider his mom's, her own mental health. She could be suffering with some things. What about Lemon's real support system? Unfortunately, it's YouTube. What about racial and gender dynamics? All these things we have to factor in. We got to remember, I talked about this. Black men are already at a higher risk for negative outcomes within our society, unfortunately. So his mom kicking him out makes her son very vulnerable to the elements of this world that are stacked against him. All right. So I mean, I don't want to be like dark-hearted with this shit. I want to be open, transparent, and non-biased with this shit. I really want to just have the discussion. I really just want to put the information out. So let's go ahead and look at the psychological effects that this can have on the son, right? So we're going to look at the psychological effects that getting kicked out at this early age, not early, oh my God, help me, at this late stage in life could have on the son. Remember, I talked about emotional abandonment and betrayal. So the removal from the home can be experienced as a profound emotional abandonment, leading to feelings of rejection and deep hurt. When Lemon was on my platform, you can tell that he was getting over something. I don't know if it was alcoholism. I don't know if he was sobering up. I don't know if he was getting even more drunk, but you could tell he was going through something. You could tell that he had an exchange with his mother, and you could tell that they came to a particular understanding. So emotional abandonment and betrayal. Like I'm pretty sure he felt like not this again, or I'm pretty sure he was like, "Mama, mama, please." I mean, there was so much to it. Another psychological effect that this could have on the son as the mother kicks him or her out is the anxiety and fear, right? So the emotional abandonment, there's an anxiety and there's a fear attached to that. The experience can foster a lasting fear that those close to Lemon will eventually leave him, and we're seeing that, right? He's so attached to people. Let me put it this way: mentally he's attached to people, but verbally he expresses how he's not, how he doesn't need people. But you can tell the psychological effects that people leaving him, which is why the ghetto clip is in there. The psychological effects of people leaving him really does weigh in on that fear of abandonment that was probably placed in him as a child, as everybody around him seems to disappear, especially if they were black men. Right? Another signs of the psychological effects of a son that has been of adult son that has been kicked out of the house is depression and mental health, right? There is an increased risk of developing depression. I don't think he has suicidal thoughts, but that could be that we don't know. And then there is other health issues that can really happen. But we are starting to see that play out right before our very eyes. He is crying more and 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 more. And don't forget, his tears can be found at the bottom of an empty bottle. So we are witnessing the destruction of a black man right before our eyes. Okay, Binary, you're saying that, so what are you doing about it? I'm doing a 3-part mother effing series. What are you doing about it? Oh, you're enjoying a live stream that's about 10 hours of watching his destruction. Don't say shit to me. Don't say shit to me. Don't say shit to me. Another psychological effect on the son is the trauma and PTSD that it can cause. Right? Post-traumatic stress disorder. If he was living with a roommate and then for whatever reason he had to move out, probably against his own will, something he probably did not want to do, moves in with his mom, then there's always that threat of getting kicked out. He is going to suffer from some kind of stress. He's going to suffer from some kind of stress. And don't forget, if he has moved out already once before and has moved back with his mom, there has to be that initial move out. How was that? Was it cordial? Was it toxic? Did she kick him out the first time? Those are things that we have to think about because we don't know the information. There's so much that's built into this. It's not just cut and paste. It's not just black and white. There are so many nuances and gray areas, but that's why we discuss these things, highlight these things, not only for the sake of Lemon and whatever it is he's going through, but for education and the growth of our mental, and just us understanding these things, and maybe it can help us in the future or help us to help our kids when dealing with our grandkids, right? I mean, come on now. Come on now. Another psychological effect on the son of being kicked out at such a late age is identity issues. Just imagine being 35, treated like you're 17, getting kicked out of the house, and that your mom still dictates a lot of things that's going on. Who are you really? Who are you really? You have everything, all the makeup of being a grown ass man. You have the age, you have the money, you have the people on social media, you have all these things that say you're a grown up, except for your enabling mother that has been your enabling mother since you were born, and she's never going to stop being your mother, but hopefully one day she'll stop being your enabling mother, but you still have that forces your psyche to revert back to when you were 12. So at 35, in the presence of your mother, you're 12. And when she says get out, you beg and you plead because you have identity issues. So you see the son may struggle with feelings of shame and guilt. And right now, what Lemon can be dealing with is, I was the one here for you, boy. I was the one doing shit for you. I was the one that sacrificed this. I was the one that allowed you to do this. I'm the one that paid for your theater class. I'm the one that, you know what I mean? He's dealing with all that, and he has to hear it. His mental has to revert back to a 12-year-old and sit there and be like, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. And the level of respect has to go up. Why? Because Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the bottom shelf, the bottom tier says your ass needs shelter. And so he could be suffering from shame, guilt, and worthlessness. Until he moves out on his own, he is not going to feel worthy. He's always going to feel less than because somebody dictates what he can and cannot do. And so he's going to reflect. Eventually, he's going to reflect. And he's going to stare at himself in the mirror. Maybe he needs 2 mirrors to stare at himself in the mirror. Let me stop. And he's going to be questioning his own identity, and he's going to be questioning his own value. Remember, we are talking about the psychological effects on the son when getting kicked out at such a late stage in life. Like, you're an adult and you're getting kicked out of the house. I can't even fathom. Now, getting kicked out and getting evicted, that's different, right? That's different. And so you hustle to find the shelter, but getting kicked out is just insane to me. By your mama. Last thing we're going to talk about with the psychological effects on the son getting kicked out at such a late stage, in life, before we move on to the next portion, is difficulty with trust. And not only difficulty with trust, but also difficulty with independence. We see this as clear as day. Lemon has a hard time trusting others. He has a hard time achieving independence. So achieving independence for him can be hindered by the fundamental lack of trust. And what's crazy is the fundamental lack of trust stems from the foundational family dynamics and relationships that he has. So everything that we're experiencing now is a product of where he came from. Y'all have heard this ad nauseum, I bet. He is a product of his environment, right? He is a product of his environment. Forever, ever, forever, ever. What up, forever? What up, Rodney? Good morning. What up, Angie? What up, ATL Gal? What up, Queen Sugar? Look at the people here. Look at the people here. What up, Diddy Love? Look at Tape A Forever in the building. Queen Cannabis is here. Look at us. Look at us. Look at us. We here. So shout out to y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. Hopefully you are enjoying the 3 of 3 of our Get Out series. Hopefully you're enjoying the 3 of 3 of our Get Out series. Don't forget, we took it from childhood to young adulthood to now as an adult. You see, Tastic T, I see you, superstar. So that's what we are doing, right? That's what we are doing. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Your boy has been public for 3 days in a row. Y'all can't tell me I'm not putting in that mother effing work. So make sure. Oh my gosh, I was listening to Sir King yesterday, and he got so triggered because Lemon said he's working his ass off. I'm out here working my ass off, feeding y'all the live streams. Sir King. Hold on, I'm dying. Sir King started screaming. What work? Lemon, what work? What work? He was mad. The audacity. What work? All right, let's go ahead and let's watch the video. Okay, we're going to what we're doing with this series Get Out is we're trying to see like what really caused the mother's nose to bleed, right? And what you have to do is you have to do some history. You have to do a little bit of research, right? Or you have to go back into history. You have to do a little research. In the clip, or not the clip, but the video that I edited that you're about to watch, this is how it was crafted, right? So what I did was I went to Lemon's lives, right? And all I did was just scroll up and I just stopped very blindly. And I clicked on the live and I recorded what was on there, right? And then I would record like 20 seconds. And I did that about 4 or 5 times, right? I would just scroll, click, scroll, click, scroll, click. And so this is very, very random, but just watch how this shit actually played out. And this should tell you a lot. This should tell you a lot. So here we go. Go ahead and share my screen. Let's go here with it. Let's go ahead and go all the way back. If my internet would, there we go. All right, let's go here. Let's get my black ass off the screen. I can stay on the screen. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Get out. Get out.
I'm ready today, nigga. You fucking flip-flopping ass bitch. Shut the fuck up because you can't fuck with me, little nigga.
Get out.
Shut the fuck up when I'm speaking. Respect the king when you see him. Respect what? Shut the king when you see him, bitch.
Get out.
I didn't stutter like you. I didn't stutter like you. I didn't stutter like you. I know what the fuck coming out my brain to my mouth. It's articulate that sentence, pussy nigga. You ain't fucking with me on your best day, little nigga. You better get some motherfucking business. You want to be counting so bad. You getting move past Discord. Audience, how you move past Discord? We ain't talking about man in a month of Sundays. We ain't talking about man in a month of Sundays. People keep putting my name in titles. People keep talking about me. People keep mentioning me. Didn't nobody mention man. We've been stopped talking about man. We've been stopped talking about you. Stupid looking nigga. Invaders game looking ass nigga. I'm trying to figure out what you better go find a blues, please. You better go find a blues, please. Stupid nigga. Shut the fuck up.
Get out. Get out.
Ghetto. Lemon, when did I use the term support? I'm saying you my man, so I gotta pull your coattail when it comes to man law. When did I use the term support? Like,
Ghetto. I'm not going on that. I'm not. Go ahead.
You use the term support. I never said the term support.
You said, now we could ponder replay.
I said I can't let my man. I said nothing about no support. I said I can't let my man look like a hater for no reason. Stay out of that. That's all I said.
But Ghetto, once again, I am allowed to give my opinion if something takes place on my channel.
Are you not putting 2 and 2 together, bro?
Get out. Get out. Get out.
Go on mute. So I'm going to tell you exactly who said it. Baddest Weave hit the link and she was talking about, oh, D-Ham was at NBC, he was begging for money. He only hit Lemon channel for money and da-da-da-da-da. It was Baddest Weave who said the comment about D-Ham show. Got the timestamp and I went there and I listened to it for myself.
In my defense, can I say that I didn't go on Envy's panel to ask for anything? I was actually thanking him. And on your panel, I was called up and that's why I'm here.
Who is that making that nasty? Get out.
Yeah. I mean, you can be asleep. The live streams can lull your ass to sleep. What up, Grish? I see you, Grish. And Foreman Sugar is in the chat. Good to see you, and thank you for dropping down. Don't forget, I did all that randomly. I randomly did that, and that shows you the type of shows you get over there. That's random. And I'm telling you, his mom at that moment had a breakthrough in consciousness. Her nose started to bleed. Don't forget and get out when the nose bleeds. That means black consciousness is coming through, the oppressive nature of whites that they always try to put on us. But, and so Lemon's mom's nose started to bleed just a little bit, and she said, get out. Enough was enough. She couldn't take the shit no more. I'm pretty sure he begged and he pleaded, and that's why he was able to come on my platform and show that he was still at the crib. Or you never know. Maybe she gave him a timeline. She could have possibly gave him a timeline. He might have 30 days. He might have 15 days. Because you can clearly see the emotional shift in Lemon. He is way more emotional now, and not in a good way. He's still not displaying high levels of emotional intelligence, but he is now displaying high levels of emotions, period. Especially forms of depression. I mean, we see it. Like I said, we see his actual tears now at the bottom of empty bottles, alcoholic beverages. So we don't know the amount of stress that he is under at the crib. Maybe his mom has put her foot down, but she is not heartless. She could have been like, at the end of the lease, I'm going this way, you're going that way. So you have 3 or 4 months to figure this shit out. Let us not forget Caesar salad, lettuce. Let us not forget, right? Eat healthy if you can. I don't, but you should. Let us not forget, Lemon has been mentioning money a lot more than usual. He has been mentioning money a lot more than usual. He has been comparing his giving to the people that have been on his panels and their giving. He has displayed, I guess, how much I care for him, and he has displayed the Cash App that I sent him for $330. You guys know how I get when people start to do that kind of shit and start putting numbers out there, right? And my honest and humble opinion of why I think that he wanted to make that visible after lying and saying I gave $400. I know it's a $70 difference, but $70 is a lot of money. After lying and saying that I gave $400 and then showing the receipt of $330, I honestly believe that he did that in order to get others to give. Because for whatever reason, Lemon has made it up in his mind. Lemon has made it up in his mind that I am against him. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, because we went through a whole damn series. It's psychological trauma that he suffers, that he thinks everybody eventually will be against him. And because I speak the way that I do, and because sometimes I could speak in a very pro-Lemon way when he does excellent things, or sometimes I could think in a very, build him up, tear him down to build him up type of way when he does some F-boy things, right? And so that's what's happening now. And because of that, he can only view me one way. And so when Lemon taunts the Cash App that I gave him in other people's faces, this is what he actually thinks. My op gave me $330. Someone that don't even F with me like that gave me $330. Someone who I don't trust, who I know doesn't like me because that's what he thinks, that I don't like him, gave me $330. Now, to the ones that can earn that, and to the ones that have earned my precious, rare trust, you haven't even given me $20. To the ones that have earned the loyalty from me to you, you haven't even gave me $50. To the ones that this and that and this and that. And so he was using me to try to prompt those others to give. And all it did was piss other people off. Now, here's the kicker. I'm not going to put this person on blast, but before I even sent Lemon that money, I made sure that I had a receipt on why I sent him the money. And so on Instagram, I hit somebody up, and that person knows who he or she is. I hit that person up and I said, this is what I'm doing with the money. I'm sending this to you as a stamped, timed receipt, because I know the sector is going to go crazy when Lemon leaks the amount. I knew it was going to happen. And I said, all I did was save the money he gave me for the talent show and the money he gave me for getting baby mama Brina up on his platform. And I knew I was going to have to just give that back. All money ain't good money. Hopefully you guys realize that. All money ain't good money. And so his birthday came up. What a perfect opportunity to give him his own money back. So what Lemon essentially has been doing by saying that I'm giving this and I'm giving that and his op is giving up so much money is showing people he got a refund. God damn. What up, Yaya? What up, LaDon? What up, folk? What up, Fave? Look at R and Y. Let's go. That's crazy. That's crazy. What up, Miss Whistle Down? Yo, shout out to Bridgerton. You know what I'm saying? Yo. All right, let's jump back into it. Now what we got to discuss, right, is the contributing factors. And thank you guys so much for being here, right? I got a little under an hour left to go. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate y'all being here. This is the third part of my 3-part series. We're about to jump into the contributing factors. Third part of my 3-part series, Get Out, right? Where we are unpacking the psychological effects of a single mother kicking out her black adult male child, right? Kicking them out of the house, right? And so that is the finale of our 3-part series, right? And don't forget, I am drinking lemonade, pink lemonade. You know what I'm saying? Pink lemonade. Shout out to Grandpa Joe, as Grandpa Joe has been giving Lemon advice on how to deal with BBQ, and how to deal with BBQ, because Lemon actually likes BBQ. I don't think in a sexual manner. I think just as a brother type stuff, but you just never know. The way you let Grandpa Joe, Glitter Boots, Dirty Coyote, you let him tell it. Lemon's on some different type of time. And so I thought, let me go ahead and sip on some pink lemonade to kind of balance my caffeine intake, because I am addicted to coffee, right? So as I sip on pink lemonade, give me a second. Yes, I chased that with a swig of coffee. Give me a second. And so I'm weaning myself off of caffeine. Let me stop lying. I'm still going to be drinking caffeine. I can't help it. And so here we are. Let's go ahead and jump back into the series. Let's deal with the contributing factors. Lene, I see you. Shout out to you. Petty with Potential. Let's go. Shout out to you, Petty with Potential. We here. All right. Contributing factors. Here we go. Boom. So here are the contributing factors for the ultimate decision, right? Of Get Out, right? Okay. We have to think about the pre-existing family dynamics. Okay. The pre-existing family dynamics. when being able to have the type of data that we have when dealing with a particular individual like a Lemon, you can tell that there are a lot of contributing factors to where we are at right now, or not where we are at, where he is at right now in his life. We have to factor in the severity of the effects. That the severity of the effects depends on his history. What is the history of the relationship between the mother and son? We have to factor that in. If the stories that Lemon tells about his childhood are true, and he had to grow up with the type of trauma that he is talking about, and I believe him, I believe people until they're proven to be a liar. I believe people until they're proven to be a liar, and I believe stories until the stories are proven to be false. Now, do I act on the stories? No, I don't. Until they're proven to be actually true, I won't act. But I won't just deem the person a liar. I will believe them like, oh yeah, really? That's what happened? Okay, cool. You're gonna show me how it happened? You're gonna show me, you know what I mean? So I'm on that type of time. So we gotta think, has there been any prior instances of conflict or neglect? So what we need to do is not only focus on the boiling point of her telling him to get out, we got to focus on the bangings on the wall. The bangings on the wall from Lemon's mother into Lemon's room. The banging on the wall is significant. Because when you get that frustrated that you have to bang on the wall in order to communicate, that means that there is a fracture in the relationship. And you can tell by the way Lemon muted himself when the banging commenced that the banging was a universal sign to shut the F up, or you're being too loud. You know, when my sons, when they get super hype on their video games, all I have to do is walk by their room and be like, yo, really? And it's over. They shut up because they already know. That is equivalent to a banging on the wall. Eventually, the banging on the wall does not appease or it's not enough for the mom, because the banging on the walls, she probably finds herself banging on the walls at least 2 or 3 times a night. And so the banging on the walls did lead to some positive change, right? Lemon is finally taking a few days off. And I think any rational person with rational thoughts, if somebody is taking 2 days off of YouTube and they are a full-fledged content creator, why are they choosing those particular 2 days? Probably because the person that they're living with, they are off on those 2 days. And when Lemon does do spontaneous lives, and he does a live on those days, he is primarily outside. Y'all probably didn't pick that up. He is seeing all things neighborhood. And the craziest thing is, when he's forced to be outside, he actually can gather better content, because now he is outside and he is looking at his hood. He is looking at the movements, because his city does talk. And so we met so many interesting characters. It got to the point to where Lemon actually really did become a content creator on his own, bringing forth content, not having to rely solely on a panel, because he had real life characters. That was his real life panel. PJ took over his channel for a spell until her real life caught up to her. And I bet you she's probably thinking, how did this Negro do this every mother effing day? There has to be other shit you got to get done. So being kicked out of the house pretty much for those 2 days, right, and delivering his content outside sparked something to where Lemon stayed outside. Even when his mama went back to work, he would still be outside for at least a month. We had the neighborhood drama saga where we fighting MJ, threatening MJ, chasing Eli down the street to talk on the live stream. Other people that figured out about Lemon's live stream upset with Lemon because they're not on his live stream. Like, we've seen all of that. And that is probably because his mom put her foot down and said, you're not going to be doing all that hooting and hollering in your phone. She don't even realize probably what's going on YouTube. She just sees, just imagine this. Imagine you come home and your son is just yelling and screaming in his phone. And you don't know shit about YouTube or anything. How crazy does that look? How crazy does that look? It has been normalized now for content creators to just mob around in public doing their videos. Like, they don't look weird no more. But before it was normalized, that shit looked crazy. People walking around talking in their phones. Imagine getting off of work, coming home, and your son is on the couch as you walk in, having phone sex with just Krista. God damn. So when we talk about contributing factors, we have to at least factor in the pre-existing family dynamics and all of the things, the solutions the mom tried to do. Like, hey, when I bang on the wall, that just means you're being too loud. Please respect my wishes and take it down. Another thing that we have to factor in as far as the contributing factors to this dysfunction that we are witnessing right before our eyes is the mother's mental health and stress as well. We don't know where his mother is at as far as her psychological awareness, strengths, stress, job. Okay, let's just put things in perspective. She is still working. She has her own life. I don't know what she does. Maybe you guys have doxed him and know what she does. But what if she goes to work and she has to deal with all of that work drama? And then when she comes home, you see, one thing that I love is, yes, I go to work and I deal with a lot of work drama. But when I come home, my wife makes sure that my house is my sanctuary. She makes sure that my house is my safe spot. She makes sure that my house caters to me and gives me whatever necessary to build myself back up, to get my black ass back out there and contribute to society and make money for our family. So imagine you working your ass off just to come home to your 35-year-old son who has a shit ton of alcohol, who appears to have more and more money, probably not contributing, and screaming. That is enough for your ass to say, get out. So we have to factor that in. The mother's own mental health and stress levels can play a role in the dynamic of the situation. You got to factor that shit in. And like I said, she's out here busting her ass. Now, Sir King doesn't like this, but Lemon believes that he is busting his ass as well. So can you imagine the conversation between him and his mother? Lemon, I am out all day just to come home. I just want a place to relax. I just don't want to hear no more yelling and screaming. I already got a migraine. I can't do no more. Mom, I'm at home, but I'm busting my ass. I'm putting in a lot of work. I put in more hours than you. I put in 10 hours today, 15 minutes. You don't know how much work I do, Mom. Can you imagine How frustrating that shit would be. That would be frustrating as all hell. And let's just say you are going through it and you're having economic hardships and you're busting your ass only to maintain where you're at and to never level up. It always seems like you're one or two paychecks behind and you can never catch up. Meanwhile, your son is drunk on the couch. God damn. Economic pressures can exacerbate family stress and contribute to such drastic actions as get out. Get out. I've had it up to here. Get out. So, if she says get out, and maybe she gave him a timeline, let's just think about what Lemon may face. Because don't forget, black men, we already face systemic challenges. We're already seeing the increase in vulnerability. We're already seeing a slight form of a crash out. These could all be the negative effects of her giving him a date. You got 3 weeks. You got 4 months. It doesn't matter the length of time. Just know the clock is ticking. Whenever you're playing any sporting event, and if it's a close game, you're always looking at that clock. That clock gives a slight form of anxiety. You want to win the game. You got to look at the clock. You got to manage time. If she gave that Negro a timeline or a date or a due date, a deadline up in this bitch, and for his response to be more vulnerable on YouTube, turn up YouTube a little bit more, like go live a little bit longer, start begging for money a little bit, not really begging, but insisting on people giving, he's going to be in trouble. He's going to be in trouble. And I bet you the true worry, like right now he's stressed through anxiety, but I bet you the true worry won't hit until about a week away. A week away. Where he has to see if his mom is telling the truth or not about what? Getting out. Get out. Get out. All right, y'all, we are almost done. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this series, right? I hope you're enjoying this series. We are at 1 hour and 20 something minutes. I probably won't go the entire 2 hours, you guys. I need a mental release stress day. And so probably once I finish this last little bit of this last little portion of my notes, I'm just gonna be done, you guys. Unless something hits. Let me drink the rest of this Kirkland. Hold on. Maybe that's what it is. Give me 1 second. Man. Oh, God, Lord. That caffeine right there. Y'all are witnessing an addict. I'm addicted to caffeine. Damn it. I'm addicted. Don't forget, this is the final portion of Get Out, the series that I'm doing, right? It's a 3-part series. This is the final one where Lemon's mom has had enough and she actually said, get out, right? And don't forget the reason why we're using the mother from the movie Get Out, because I honestly believe America, if they can brainwash some black folks, they will. And it could be programming or brainwashing, however you want to look at it. And it can be very subtle. It could be very subtle. For most black men, it's through sports, right? In music, you know what I mean? And for most black women, unfortunately, it's through education. You know, I mean, they get us. They get us. It's not as blatantly obvious as back in the day when slavery was afoot. You know what I mean? It's not as obvious. But yes, just know that the system was designed so that we would not rise, right? But our conscious level is rising as a collective, as a black community. Our conscious level is rising, and I know America can't stand that shit. We do got a long way to go, but at least we're making strides to get there. I think that there's nothing wrong with sharing life with other races. However, as black people, we do need to start really focusing in on what we got going on as a community. What do we have going on? And of course, I'm married to an Asian woman. I'm not talking about how value your life and do this and do that, but how are you contributing to the black community? We need to focus in on what we got going on. That is the only way we're going to be free from the oppressive finger of those that don't like us. You know what I mean? That's the only way. We have to start. We have to start policing ourselves. You know what I mean? We have to start militarizing. We have to start doing all of those things. And it has to be some kind of underground grassroots initiative. I don't know what it is about us as far as black folks, but we always want to announce what the hell we're doing from the rooftops. If God blesses us with a brilliant idea that can bring an entire collective of black people together, man, before we even do shit, we out there announcing our big plans. Only for the devil and those that can't stand us to thwart those plans. And then we turn on each other by talking shit like, I knew he wasn't going to be able to do this, or I knew she wasn't going to be able to succeed. Right? So there's that. I mean, with technology and with everything that's going on now, and with the heightened sense of awareness, not only in America but around the world, black folk, we can come together in a certain sense. There is avenues and lanes for us, and it does not have to be sports, drugs, and mother effing entertainment. It can be housing, damn it, where we're developing our own subdivisions, damn it. It can be real jobs. It can be all of those things, but we can't be blasting that shit through, on the rooftops. We just got to do the shit. Just do the work. And I know that triggers Sir King when he hears do the work, because don't forget, Lemon said he's working his ass off and we don't appreciate it. He's busting his ass. All the blood, sweat, and tears he put in this shit. He busting his ass, damn it. All right, so let's get into the last little portion that I got. Let's get into the last. Stiggs, what up, Gert? What up, Stiggs? So I say juice. I think that's juice. I think that's juice. I could be wrong. I think that's how you say it. What up, Malik? What up, big dog? Good to see you, man. Thank you for your support. Always good to see you. Free thinker in the building. Free thinker always keep me on my toes. That's why I love me some free thinker. Thank you so much for being here. It's good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. All right, so let's get into the last little bit of our series and of this video. Okay, so here it is. Next steps for the mother. Next steps for the mother. Hopefully, the mother has hit him with a timeline. Even if she doesn't mean it, even if she says 3 months, at least it's going to trigger something in his mind that is going to force him to shift and course correct a little bit. However, there's only a certain amount of times that you can cry wolf. And then when the actual wolf comes, nobody believes you because your word ain't good. So she is on a very thin line right now. But one thing that you and I can what am I trying to say? One thing that you and I can glean from this situation is that the mother is absolutely fed up and she is trying things like banging on the wall. And like telling him things that a mother should not have to tell a grown ass son. Clean up. You need to clean up. You need to get the shit off the floor. She's tired of Creed's big ass shitting all over the place. Michael Jackson, MJ, sat on piss. His booty was wet. Lemon's mom has interrupted him time after time after time, and we have captured the moments. I believe when Lemon actually interviewed his mom, that was him moving into her house. He has probably been there for about maybe a month and some change, and he introduced her to his job. He probably showed her, you see, mom, there are 300, 400, 500 people listening to us right now. He gets off the live. He wakes up in the morning. His mom probably tells him all of the things on the agenda that needs to be, or the chore list that needs to be done before she gets back from work, or she may be off of work. And he wakes up and he says, Mama, all those people that you've seen, that's how I make my money. And when he first moved in, he probably paid for at least half of the rent. He probably did all this. He probably did all that. The mom was ecstatic, which is why she did not care that her son was doing the things that he was doing, which is why she contributed to the platform, answered questions, low-key doxing him and shit. But she knew like that's a source of income and her son is working. However, it was not sustainable. Maybe he's not making enough money to contribute, but we know he is. Or maybe the selfishness in him does not want to give his mom half anymore, or just half, period. Maybe he has reverted back to a childlike state and he has a form of arrested development and he thinks he's 13 when dealing with his mom and that he doesn't have to pay bills, clean up after himself, do any of those things. You see, mom no longer sees a 13-year-old when the pressure is on. When the pressure is on and the stakes are high and the stress levels are through the roof, mom sees a lazy ass son. Mom sees a grown man that can't even take care of himself. Mom starts to see the error of her ways and wishes and prays she did not treat her son the way that she did when he was growing up. Because now she's dealing with a monster. So we have two things. What to do? What's the next steps? Lemon's mom should consider her own actions for real. And like I said, I am a proponent for therapy, especially for Black people, especially for African American people. I know people hate those terms, but I just want to be specific. I want to be as clear and precise and specific as I could possibly be. If the government owes you 40 acres and a mule, your ass, me included, we need therapy. Just them pretending as if we are free and us moving in that pretend nature that we are free is not enough to transform our psyche and deal with the psychological trauma that flows through our minds and our mother effing DNA. So the mother should consider her own actions and seek guidance. We can tell clearly just through her voice the levels of pain and frustration she is facing due to her adult son. She needs guidance to manage her own pain. She needs introspection. She needs self-care. She needs to let go. If she can hold down her living situation without Lemon, she should do that because that alleviates a shit ton of stress. And what's hers is truly hers, and it is not being overtaken by an enabled 35-year-old. Enabled and entitled. So, what is her next step? Seek guidance for her own pain, anxiety, depression, and the complex emotion of this estrangement, this entanglement, this weird, unbalanced relationship with her son. Another thing she needs to do while seeking therapy is reflect on family patterns. What she should do is take a real look into the history of her family. How was her mother? How was her mother's mother? How was her mother's friends? How was her aunts? How are the women in that family dynamic? How are they? How do they treat their sons? How are their sons? Who in excuse me, who in your family has a very similar lifestyle like you have? What are they doing? Are they in the same boat as you? Could this be a generational curse? Could this be something passed down? What about the patterns? Because if she starts to pull back the layers and she starts to realize that, damn it, I'm trapped in this cycle, that can be used as a mechanism. That can be used as a coping mechanism. When you really and truly find out that some of the heaviest shit that you are going through in life was inevitable and you had no choice or control in the matter, you can cope a little bit more. You can heal a little bit faster. But when you think it all falls on you and you are the sole contributor to your effed up lifestyle and why you are the way you are, all that does is lead to heightened anxiety, mental health issues, and depression. Heightened. Because that means you are carrying a burden that was not meant for you to carry. And that's what his mama is dealing with. We are going to watch the video one more time, and then we will watch the 8-minute clipped video and tell me if you walked in tired and you're 35-year-old and the first thing you see is your 35-year-old on the phone screaming. Tell me that wouldn't drive you crazy. Tell me that wouldn't drive you crazy. It would drive me all the way insane. Oh, Queen Sugar has blessed your boy. Thank you so much, Queen Sugar. I appreciate that super sticker. Dang, y'all done blessed me. Y'all done blessed me today. Y'all done blessed me on today. I'm reading Informant Sugar stuff right now. All right, so here we go. here we go. Let's go ahead and play. We will play the first video, and then we will play the 8-minute video, and then my black ass is going to be up out of here. Thank you guys again for being here, for showing me the support. I really enjoy doing series. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed these series. It's just been really, really fun. I love doing the research. You know what I mean? A lot of my research was AI inspired. Let me go ahead and just go down that rabbit hole just for a second. Just because I say AI inspired doesn't mean I didn't have to do any research. It's just AI, unfortunately, makes it so much easier for anybody to find any type of information. So the only way now you can get really, 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 really good detailed information that others can't get in like 2 seconds is when you are using AI. You have to use very strategic descriptors. Very strategic descriptors. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people, if they used AI for this series, they would be like, what does an enabling mother do for her when she enables her son to do? You know what I mean? Putting in very vague type shit and getting probably some good results. But the more descriptors and the more precise you are and the more crafty you can create your title that you're having AI look for, the better the information and the better sources they cite. You see, I'm not trying to stay completely old school. I am going to use AI because that is the direction we're moving in. But I do miss a lot of old school research. I miss it. I miss digging through books. I miss digging through websites on my own. I miss digging through articles. Like, I miss that. But that shit takes way too long, and you have a tool that will do the digging for you, and all you need to do is have dope ass titles that nobody else could come up with, or dope ass descriptors that nobody else could come up with, that you don't think they're coming up with anyways. Shit. Come on now. So I just wanted to throw that out there, you know what I mean? So just to let y'all know. So I'm gonna share my screen. Here we go. Imagine coming home just to hear this shit. Just to hear this shit.
Get out. Get out.
I'm ready today, nigga. You fucking flip-flopping ass bitch. Shut the fuck up, because you can't fuck with me, little nigga.
Get out.
Shut the fuck up when I'm speaking. Respect the king when you see him. Respect what? Shut the king when you see him, bitch.
Get out.
I didn't stutter like you. I didn't stutter like you. I know what the fuck coming out my brains and my mouth. So I can be like a sentence. Pussy, nigga. You ain't fucking with me on your best day, little nigga. You better get some motherfucking business. You want to be counting so bad. You gang, move past Discord. Audience, how you move past Discord? We ain't talking about man in a month of Sundays. We ain't talking about man in a month of Sundays. People keep putting my name in titles. People keep talking about me. People keep mentioning me. Didn't nobody mention man. We've been stopped talking about man. We've been stopped talking about you. Stupid looking nigga. Invader Jim looking ass nigga. I'm trying to figure out what you better go find a bleeds, please. You better go find a bleeds, please. Stupid nigga. Shut the fuck up.
Get out. Get out.
Ghetto. Lemon, when did I use the term support? I'm saying you my man, so I gotta pull your coattail when it comes to man law. When did I use the term support? Like,
Ghetto,
that, man.
I'm not going on that. I'm not. Go ahead.
You used the term support. I never said the term support.
You said, now we can ponder replay.
I said I can't let my man. I said nothing about no support. I said I can't let my man look like a hater for no reason. Stay out of that. That's all I said.
But Ghetto, once again, I am allowed to give my opinion if something takes place on my channel.
Are you not putting two and two together, bro?
Get out. Get out. Get out.
Go on mute. I'm going to tell you exactly who said it. Baddest Weave hit the link, and she was talking about, oh, D-Ham was at NBC, he was begging for money. He only hit Lemon channel for money and da-da-da-da-da. It was Baddest Weave who said the comment about D-Ham show. Got the timestamp, and I went there and I listened to it for myself.
In my defense, can I say that I didn't go on Envy's panel to ask for anything? I was actually thanking him, And on your channel, I was called up, and that's why I'm here.
Who is that making that nasty? Get out.
I summons this, like I foreshadowed this moment, like I predicted this moment between you and I. And you take your raggedy ass over there, because that's where you really want to be.
Okay, so let me
I'm
stop
not
you.
done. Don't
Come on now.
shut the fuck up.
I just feel like, yeah, you better man
Let
up.
me finish
Don't
my
let
shit.
that shit. Okay, don't let that shit hurt you.
It hurt me because I'm honest. I'm transparent.
I know it did.
Right?
It sounds like it.
But I'll never do that to nobody that I consider myself cool with. Never. I'm like, okay, cool.
We got it. Okay, Summer Breeze, go.
Shut the fuck up. I'm not done. Now, like I was saying, ghetto. Hold on 1 second. I'm over it. I don't gotta do the Halloween competition. Fuck it. I'm at that type of level. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. Because today was the right day to play with me. I got enough on my fucking heart for y'all to play with me. Got enough. Y'all want to come out here, oh, I'm going through this and that, and I need money. I never asked y'all for $1. Never. And I've been here for over 6 years. Y'all never seen women ask for $1. Not $1. Work my ass off being a content creator because I believe in my fuck self, and I'm gonna continue to work my ass off. To you can pass it on to Sunken, and you guys can run into Maryland. I don't give a fuck. I ain't gotta do it. Because what I was finna drop in that Halloween pot was crazy. Spoke about it earlier. But, weight off my heart. I ain't gotta give my fucking heart off money for people who don't fuck with me. So there's no Halloween competition on my show. Sunken, you won. Okay, do your show. Passing along. Y'all got it. Run it. Lemon's good. My money good over here. It's good over here. My money good over here. Limitation. Fuck limitation. It's limited. Tracy, take the road. We're going to America, and I'm gonna fly her out. We're gonna have a good time. Krista declined the offer for whatever reason. She declined. Limitation, Halloween competition, and nah. I didn't know what he was gonna say. Okay, well, you didn't know what Lemon was gonna do in response, so you should have been cautious and careful with me. I'm fragile. Like Danica's, the Pizarros, ODS, Rihanna. In essence, like this, just do your shit. Cool.
I don't think Nika's gonna drag you.
Not, I don't give a fuck. She can, and I'm gonna drag the fuck back out of her.
But I don't think Lemon, you being. I think.
No. What you're doing is you're being a sheepo. If Nick, I am big motherfucking cool.
But you gotta let God show you the
This
people
shit
that's really
crushed me.
there for you.
This shit crushed me.
I know.
And I'm typically able to like be in front of what's gonna happen. But this shit rocked my core. I wasn't prepared for it. But it's cool, you know what I'm saying? I'll rebuild, you know what I'm saying? Like type shit. I'll network, I'll do some bullshit. Hurt me. This shit hurt me. But it's cool. It's cool. Y'all got me. I could take an L.
Don't. No, he don't.
No, Kristen,
Trust
what's up?
me,
Thank you,
don't.
Kristen, for your support. I appreciate it. I appreciate you having my back. I
That's my
appreciate
back.
you, Kristen.
I know you do.
I know.
You know I ain't going nowhere. You already know.
Now watch this. Now watch what I do tomorrow. Or later on today, depending on where we're on the next day. Later on today,
Oh my
when I go
God.
live, I'll be live again and watch when I burn this motherfucker down. I'm gonna burn this bitch down. I'm gonna be so fucking deadly, poisonous, diabolical. Stay the fuck away from women.
You're gonna be like I was when I told you I said if I was there at your live, I would have tore your fucking pants.
And I will win. I'm gonna win. Not me, not none of y'all. Y'all combine yourself together. Y'all can't fuck with me. I could do this by myself. By you pussy ass niggas. Turn into Voltron. Megatron, I don't watch them type of shows, but Voltron, Megatron seem to be something they talk about. I'm finna eat the. Hope it was worth it. I'm yawning because I'm bored with y'all. But when I come back tomorrow, y'all better make sure y'all got Pizarro. She might can save y'all. She might, but she can't fuck with me. She might, but she can't fuck with me. Even with y'all combined, she can't fuck with me. Me by myself, I can eat all y'all together, combined. One force, one unit upon the American stars. You can't fuck with Lemon by himself. I'll eat all y'all together. Let's have a family reunion. Let's have a family reunion.
All right. That was it right there. That was it. I'm telling you, the crash out is real. Like I said, I have nothing against Lemon. All I'm doing is my commentary, right? These are the things that are happening within the B sector. Don't forget his mama told him to get out. I was fascinated by a grown man getting kicked out of the house and then coming on my platform boasting that he is not kicked out of his house because he, is, rubbing on his comforter and laying on his bed inside of his mama's house. That fascinated me, right? Of how you take pride in not getting kicked out of the house at 35. This is not a diss. This is informing. This is not a diss. This is information. This is not a diss. This is called learning, growing, wisdom, knowledge. This is all of those things. It's not a diss. All right. What up, nobody? Ain't nobody dope as me. I'm just so fresh, so clean. All right, y'all. With that being said, let me get up out of here. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. I will catch y'all tomorrow where we get back into the ratchetness and all that stuff that y'all love. All right. Peace. Have a great, 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 great day. Thank y'all for support. Thank y'all. Oh, wait, let me, because your boy got a lot of support. So let me just run down the list. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Truthfully Honest Chick, for being a member for 5 months. I appreciate you, Unbothered for Real, for dropping that bread. You know what I'm saying? Yvonne A., I appreciate you. And Queen Sugar, you know I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much for supporting me financially. All right, y'all. That is it. That is all. Let me get the hell up out of here. Peace. Watch us turn up. Watch us turn up. Yeah. People get so confused. How is this doctor in the hood? Navigate the system, refuse to let it take my mind, body, and soul. You see what's good is misunderstood. Divine got me not sold out, but walked in the fire. Develop a real team. Try tested the truth. Desire to really reach one, teach one, and learn from one. In a sector where they snake one, break one. Ain't no loyalty, niggas is fake. I see all them leaves. I got the rake, yeah. Let's go ahead and rake them up. Bag them up, yeah. Let's go ahead and bag them up. Rake them up. Let's body bag them up. What's the point when they don't play by the rules of engagement? They on that fake shit. Get it? They can't hang when the pressure cooker's on top temp. That's when they resort to doxing, calling jobs in, weak-minded with weak views and tight wigs. All of their time spent watching YouTube with no riz. Kids in the background screaming for attention they don't get. For some cash apps and AdSense checks already spent. For some cash apps and AdSense checks already spent. Watch us turn up. 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 Shout out to the Codification Squad. Shout out to the Green Team. Shout out to the Code Breakers. Shout out to Code Fam. Watch us turn up. Watch us turn up. Watch us turn up. Watch us turn up.
Yeah.